Early childhood. Sam Langford was born on March 4, 1886, into a happy home, being the sixth out of 7 children. He grew up in Weymouth Falls, a small community off the coast of Nova Scotia. His mother, Charlotte, was said to be homely. His father, a strict disciplinarian with a quick temper, and because of this, many people surmise Sam inherited his fighting spirit from his father. Journey to America. In October of 1898, Charlotte Langford passed away. At age 12, Sam was forced to leave school and find work. Charlotte's death caused a pivotal point in the family's dynamic, ending what was once a happy household. Not being able to adjust to his new role and coping with the loss of his mother, Sam began acting out by hanging out with an older group of boys. It wasn't long before this became an all too familiar routine.
Where have you been?
I was out with the boys.
Well, where's everything I asked you to get?
I didn't go.
Well, did you get the money? Where's my money?
The money's right there.
Come on.
At the age of 12, Sam and his father had a significant falling out. After being asked to get groceries for the family and returning home empty-handed, Robert gave Sam a whipping. The next morning, Sam left his hometown of Weymouth Falls for good. For the next 3 years, Sam took up odd jobs and slept when and where he could. After being offered a job, Sam jumped at the opportunity and headed to America. Gaining a reputation as a straggler, he was often challenged and fired for fighting. At just 15 years old, Sam began walking from New Hampshire to Massachusetts. He didn't know it yet, but Boston would become the hometown of his destiny. Introduction to boxing. After reading about a fight club, homeless and broke, Sam was in desperate need of a paycheck.
Hello?
Hi, I'm Sam.
Hi, I'm Joe Woodman.
Hi, I'm looking for a job.
What are you, homeless?
Yeah,
Can you sweep?
I can sweep.
Come on in.
Without realizing it, this was Sam's fresh start at a new life.
How you liking your new job, Sam?
I like it a lot, sir. Thank you for this great opportunity.
Recognizing Sam's work ethic and pitying his situation, Joe Woodman allowed him to sleep on the boxing mats at night.
Would I be able to fight like that sometime?
Yeah, sure, I'll be your manager.
Seeing Sam's natural talent, Joe provided him with gear and sent him to an amateur fight club. Sam quickly earned a name for himself as he improved his training and began winning fights. Professional career. Fight! On April 11, 1902, 16-year-old Sam entered the ring for the first time as a professional fighter, knocking his opponent Jack McVicker out in the 6th round. Only 9 months into his professional boxing career, Sam Langford defeated Joe Gaines, the current lightweight champion of the world, and was awarded his title, only for it to be revoked the following day because he was 2 pounds over the 135 limit. At his peak between 1906 and 1914, Sam won 85 out of 87 bouts. It was clear his career was on the rise, and recognizing Langford's ability, many American heavyweight title holders began refusing fights out of fear. This forced Sam to begin traveling looking for willing opponents. One fight would be the beginning of the end to Langford's career.
Introducing Fred Fulton and Sam Langford.
On June 19, 1917, Sam Langford fought American heavyweight professional boxer Fred Fulton in Boston, Massachusetts.
Now listen, Sam, you can do this, but Fred's got a lot of reach on you, so really remember, guard your face.
Yeah, it's really hard to guard against his reach.
As fate would have it, fighting larger men helped give Langford a name, but it also took it away. Standing at 6'4", Fred Fulton was just under a foot taller than Sam, giving him the advantage of reach, allowing him to land several powerful left hooks.
What's wrong, Sam?
I'm having trouble seeing out of my right eye. It's a little blurry.
You want me to stop the fight?
No, don't stop the fight.
The bout went on for 6 rounds before Fulton was announced the winner, as Langford could no longer see to continue. Although vision returned to his right eye after a week, Sam later learned that his optic nerve was severed and he would never regain vision in his left eye. The real Sam Langford. Sam Langford, famously known as the Boston Tar Baby or Boston Bone Crusher, was also named the greatest boxer nobody knew by ESPN. In his prime, standing just over 5'6" and weighing no more than 180 pounds, Sam was thought to be the only man where weight class served no purpose, as he routinely defeated people half a foot taller and up to 70 pounds heavier. Following the Fred Fulton bout, Sam continued to professionally fight for 8 years until he was completely blind and forced to retire at age 40. After a 24-year professional career and an official record of 252 fights, 99 knockouts, and only 19 losses, people still forgot the Langford name as quickly as they had learned it. In 1955, 10 weeks before he passed, Sam became the first boxer to be voted into Canada Sports Hall of Fame and the Boxing Hall of Fame without ever having won a world championship. In his bibliography, the former heavyweight world championship of 7 years, Jack Dempsey wrote, "The hell I feared no man. There was one man. He was even smaller than I. I wouldn't fight because I knew he would flatten me. I was afraid of Sam Langford." Confiding in one of his trainers that he didn't expect to live a long life, Sam spent his money as fast as it came in and died at 72, blind and penniless. Shortly before his death, Sam said, "Don't nobody need to feel sorry for old Sam. I've had plenty of good times. I've been all over the world. I fought maybe 600 fights and everyone was a pleasure."